Viraj, now I want to come back to sauces. Tell me something. You mentioned that you went looking for sauces. You did not find them. As a result, you decided to build a company for sauces.
Right.
And that's when this first step came in, which is building your own plant, because nobody was there to manufacture it. Because the outsourced companies will either not take you very seriously, or if they do, they might compromise on the quality. So you decided to make sauces. Which was the first sauce that you made?
Ketchup.
Ketchup, because there was already an existing market for that.
Yeah. So
But
again, ketchup and few days after ketchup, mayonnaise.
But tell me something, ये जो आपने बनाया Southwest Chipotle.
Yeah. ये मेरा favorite Viva product है, by the way.
अच्छा. So the Southwest Chipotle, sweet onion, and all these sauces.
Yeah.
We had seen all these sauces only in Subway, just like you. But we never thought in what context we can use this sauce other than that of a Subway. So my question
thank
is...
God ना नहीं किया, वरना आप सॉस कंपनी खोल लेते, मैं नहीं खोलता. I'm glad you did not do that.
Okay, so this is, to me, on the outside, if I go and tell my mom Southwest Chipotle, she will not know what this tastes like. If I go and say sweet onion, फिर भी शायद उनको समझ में आ जाए. But Chipotle, Southwest Chipotle is not something that she would understand. So my question is, with such lack of awareness in the market, how did you decide to build a sauce company with products like Chipotle sauce, and how did it become successful?
So again, now that I have hindsight knowledge, I can answer this question. What I was thinking at that time, that Viva will not be a Me Too player, which means we will not do mayonnaise and ketchup. We will enter the market from plus. So when you enter from the top, it's easy to come down. Today, yes.
What do you mean plus?
I mean, so for example, plus in the sense, imagine we would have entered as a achar company or a chutney company. It's very difficult to go to a mayonnaise or a ketchup or a Southwest Chipotle. But when you enter at the top, people expect Viva to make quality sauces. Then they accept, when I say plus, I mean, think of this as the Indian consumer pyramid. Right on top is Southwest Chipotle. Right at the bottom over here is India's most widely distributed product called Parle G. I mean, I have no intention of ever competing with them, but I'm just saying from a distribution point of view.
Okay, so you're talking from the standpoint of at what level of income does a person consume the product?
And at how much is it distributed in India? So,
Okay.
So coming back to this triangle, right on top is Southwest Chipotle. उसके बाद आती है mayonnaise, उसके बाद आती है ये oriental sauces, red chili, green chili, soya sauce. उसके बाद आती है ketchup. So you keep coming down. So I wanted to enter from the top, catering to the premium most part of the country, building a brand there, giving acceptance there, and in that thing, making sure that Viva is not a Me Too company. We are not a हमने किसी की mayonnaise copy कर ली, हमने किसी की ketchup copy कर ली. We launched mayonnaise day one, but it was olive oil mayonnaise. It was not, it was a low-fat olive oil mayonnaise.
Okay, so I'm so sorry to cut you over here. I just need a little bit more context over here. Let's look at the different pricings of sauce.
Right.
And then we'll see where Viva fits in. Okay.
Right.
What is the most affordable price range for sauces? I want to decode the sauce market with respect to
today,
pricing.
I think we are the price. So we have a 10 rupees price point. Our largest selling SKUs are 34 rupees mayonnaise.
No, I'm saying कि per kg पकड़ लेते हैं. Let's standardize this. Per kg of sauce, which is the most affordable sauce?
Ketchup.
Okay, what is the price range for that?
There are companies which are selling it as low as 50-60 rupees a kg or 55 rupees a kg.
Okay, and then what is the second level?
The सारी Chinese sauces, red chili sauce, green chili sauce, soya sauce. उसका अगर हम एवरेज प्राइस पॉइंट देखेंगे तो 90 रुपीज के आसपास, 80-90 रुपीज के आसपास आएगा.
90 rupees a kg.
Yeah.
Okay, it starts from 90 rupees a kg. All these are entry points.
In FMCG, in retail, it is very, I'm really rounding things off because nobody talks in terms of kg price, because we do not ever sell to the consumer in kg. None of the bottles here, एक 250, एक 300 है, बाकी दोनों भी 250 है.
Correct.
So, और वो 200 है pouch. Now, we are selling a price point at a particular... to give you an example which your viewers will understand immediately is, Maggie of 10 rupees when we were kids was much larger. So they have maintained the price point of 10 rupees. So per kg of Maggie is obviously has gone up, but how the Indian market works is price point per SKU. So
Price point per SKU.
So it is a bit wrong to say कि 50 रुपए की ketchup है, because 100 ग्राम्स में भी बिकती है केचप, 500 ग्राम में भी बिकती है, 800 ग्राम पे, 900 ग्राम पे, एक के द ग्लास बॉटल विच यू एंड आई ग्रू अप ऑन दैट मे बी किसान और मैगी, दैट वाज द ट्रेडिशनल 1 kg ग्लास बॉटल.
Correct.
I don't know, but my gut feel from the market is that Kisan sells more of their pouches than that 1 kg glass bottle. We definitely sell more of our pouches, that 800 gram pouch, because what has happened is, or our 900 gram pouch, because what has happened is glass bottle का cost बच गया, because packaging pouch में चली गई, and 900 grams instead of 100 grams. So that price point has been, so what we were giving to the, but the important thing is not pocket that price. So imagine our 1 kg glass is at 140 something. Our 900 gram ketchup is 99 rupees. So मेरे दिमाग में था यार 100 रुपए का नोट दो, आपको पूरा 1 किलो केचप का घर ले जा सकते हो. So we saved on the packaging, ग्लास की जगह पाउच में आ गए, and हमने 100 grams किया, but we have now created a 99 rupee. So tomorrow if you start a ketchup plant and you say कि मैं 110 rupees की बेचूंगा, why will the consumer buy when Viva as a well-reputed sauce company has set a price benchmark of 99 rupees?
Okay, so you're saying that it's too nuanced. But let's look at the Maslow's pyramid type thing for sauces in general. Like you mentioned, ketchup, mayonnaise, ketchup, Chinese sauces, and then mayonnaise. Okay, so let's start with ketchup.
Yeah.
Then after ketchup, we have Chinese sauces like red chili sauces.
Red chili, green chili, soya vinegar.
Okay, red chili, green chili, soya vinegar. And then mayonnaise,
pasta sauces.
Pasta sauces.
Pasta sauces also is emerging as a big category.
Okay.
Because kids, homes with kids, pizzas वहाँ बहुत normal हो गए बनना, pasta बहुत normal हो गए. Then pasta sauces, and then I would say the salad dressings and dressings, etc.
Okay. After that?
That's it.
Salad dressing में ये Chipotle, Southwest Chipotle.
I'm generalizing all of them together because if I, ये cheese jalapeno और salsa को भी मैं अलग करूँगा, that category is too small to talk about. So I'm generalizing the expensive ones in that salad dressings and dressings. So let's call it salad dressings and dips.
Salad dressing and dips.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
So you might at your house use Southwest Chipotle as a, when you have friends over, as a nacho dip, but I might use it in my kids' roti wrap. So my kids, frankly, हमारे घर में जब एक दिन पुराना चिकन बच जाते हैं, हम क्या करते हैं, अगले दिन रोटी में चिकन डालते हैं, मुंह में पानी आ गया फिर से, चिकन डालते हैं, थोड़े से बेल पेपर्स, लिटिल बिट अनियन, साउथवेस्ट चिपोटले, एंड वी गिव इट टू माय किड्स एज अ मैक्सिकन रैप. एंड दे लव इट. थोड़ा करते हैं बिकॉज इट्स स्लाइटली स्पाइसी, बट they love it. The same thing we do with our kids with our harissa dressing. That's a Moroccan dressing. Okay. So so I have a system in every meal that I have when I'm at home or in Delhi, in every meal I have one Viva product. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, every meal I have one. And उससे यूसेज भी समझ आती है, वो सब होते हैं. बट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज द यूसेज. फॉर एग्जांपल इन साउथवेस्ट चिपोटले, व्हाई आई एम सेइंग ड्रेसिंग एंड डिप शुड बी वन कैटेगरी, बिकॉज यू माइट यूज इट एज अ डिप एज अ यंग. Are you married? No. So younger, friend wale group में it might be used as a party dip, not so much as in our house. It is used as a sandwich spread or a roti wrap spread kind of a thing.
Got it. And what do you mean by we started at the top? You started with salad dressing?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is the most affluent consumer in the market?
Yeah.
Okay. So what advantage does it give you to start at the top? If you start with salad dressing, what happens? Like, do you get hold of the richest consumers of all?
No, it's not about getting, because they're very less in number. So it's not that. It is about building the brand. Once the consumer sees, I'll tell you one of our biggest challenges when we came into the market, we had white labels. मैंने खुद ही अपने हाथ से draw किए थे. Our first challenge was कि हम जिस शॉप में जाते थे, they used to put us in the foreign goods aisle. यहाँ छोटी शॉप में फॉरेन गुड शेल्फ. नाउ अ लॉट ऑफ कंज्यूमर्स लाइक मी इंक्लूडेड, मैं फॉरेन गुड्स आइल में जाता ही नहीं था बिकॉज मेरे को लगता था महंगा होगा, क्यों जाना वहाँ पे. सो वी वुड लूज दैट. सो दो वी वर मोस्ट एक्सपेंसिव इन इंडिया, बट वी वर अंडर कटिंग द इम्पोर्टेड प्लेयर्स बाय 50%. तो हम उस टाइम 150 पे थे, इम्पोर्टेड प्लेयर्स 300 पे थे.
बट व्हाई डिड दे प्लेस यू ओवर देयर?
बिकॉज वी लुक्ड वेरी प्रीमियम. So we had to go to the shopkeepers and say, "Okay, sir, please इसको Indian products के साथ डालो." Our idea was going at the top was no consumer should think of us as yet another mayonnaise and a ketchup company. We were doing specialty sauces. We were doing aspirational sauces. Hence, unknowingly building Viva as an aspirational brand. Then when someone who's doing aspirational sauces, you accept when they launch mayonnaise कि हाँ यार अगर ये साउथ वेस्ट चिपोटले और स्वीट अनियन बना लेते हैं तो mayonnaise तो बना ही लेंगे. जो mayonnaise की कंपनी है वो केचप तो बना ही लेगी. जो केचप की कंपनी है वो रेड चिली सॉस ग्रीन चिली सॉस तो बना ही लेगी.
Wow.
So can you imagine this? We are one of India's largest sauce company. One of India's largest sauce company was not present in India's largest sauce segment, which is tomato ketchup, till last financial year we entered ketchup. One of India's largest sauce company was not present in Chinese sauces, red chili, green chili, soya. We've entered like last quarter.
Wow.
So imagine we have done the difficult work of capturing whatever revenue we've got. Now when I go to ketchup, you know what is the consumer telling us? Like I met a consumer, he said मैं आपकी ketchup तो सालों से खाई. I didn't have the heart to tell him कि भाई हमने launch अभी कर. But because the consumer expects कि mayonnaise की कंपनी ketchup तो बनाती होगी. When we went into Chinese sauces last quarter, you know, whenever we get a repeat of 20% from the market in retail, we consider that product a hit, because which means हमने 10 बोतलें रखी, 2 बोतलें 1 महीने में बिक गई. For a new launch, it's good. We got a 35-36% repeat because the consumer was expecting it. हमने कभी अपनी कम्युनिकेशन में ये बोला ही नहीं कि वॉक टॉक इज अ न्यू लॉन्च बाय वीबा. हमने बस वॉक टॉक बाय वीबा करके डाल दिया एंड पीपल थॉट ये तो हो गई. हम नहीं खा रहे थे बट हो गई. वॉक टॉक इज आवर ओरिएंटल रेंज हैज बीन सेपरेटेड इनटू वॉक टॉक. इट्स कॉल्ड वॉक टॉक बाय वीबा ओनली. आई मीन इट्स वॉक टॉक बाय वीबा इज आवर oriental brand, in other words. But because Viva, so that the consumers have a love or it's easier to handshake, as maybe there's a time 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from today we drop Viva from Walk Talk and Walk Talk becomes a Asian only brand. अभी मैंने सोचा नहीं उतना, but Walk Talk by Viva is the brand.
ठीक है. So you guys started from salad dressing, but you told me in the initial stages that you started manufacturing ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Was that for B2C or B2B?
B2B.
Okay, so you entered the market with ketchup and mayonnaise with B2B.
So we were a B2B only company for the first 3.5 years. I was very, very clear that Viva will eventually be a distribution company. B2C company basically. But it is expensive. तो मैंने अपने मन में एक वो बना लिया था कि जब तक हम 100 crores रेवेन्यू नहीं करेंगे हम B2C की तरफ देखेंगे ही नहीं.
Why so?
Because it's expensive. You know, you have to hire people on the ground. That is a large overhead for the company. You have to have patience. It's slow revenue. It's not fast revenue. And suddenly when it clicks, revenue comes. You don't even realize it ekdam se aa gaya. So that is what happened with us in 2019. Suddenly the revenue came because all that hard work had happened. So we were a B2B only company for the first 3.5 years. Our first client was Domino's.
First client was Domino's?
Yeah.
How did you crack Domino's?
So no, that's wrong. Our first client was not Domino's. Our first big client was Domino's.
Okay.
We were doing mayonnaise and ketchup for small restaurants, and I used to go to Domino's 5 times a week. How did I crack Domino's? Nothing sexy. भीख मांग के सर प्लीज दे दो सर प्लीज दे दो प्लीज दे दो प्लीज दे दो.
बट ये तो सब लोगों ने मांगी होगी ना, लेकिन आपको कैसे दे दिया?
अपेरेंटली लोग नहीं जाके उनके ऑफिस में बैठते थे. आई मीन now it sounds filmy, but I swear I remember the front office executive feeling sorry for me कि वो आपसे नहीं मिल रहा, आप चले जाओ. So when you approach Domino's, the first thing is Domino's will not work with you at a cost to their quality. The first thing is they do quality audit. Okay,
so tell me something. Back then Domino's had sauces, right? But you were trying to replace the existing vendor?
Yeah, exactly.
Why so? Like what did you have extra in your ketchup?
Innovation. So what we would go and tell them is that we will do a healthier sauce or a low fat dressing or a lower fat mayonnaise than what you are getting right now.
Okay, but couldn't that vendor copy that?
Yeah, I mean, but nobody does, right? If something is doing well, why go and till someone else comes and changes the game, nobody else. So first thing with Domino's is Domino's won't work with you if your plant is not up to a world standard quality. So first we got our plant audited, and to give full marks to Domino's, even they're looking for good vendors. But once the plant was audited, they gave an okay to the plant. We thought the business will come. Business never came. That is when the begging stage happened, that I would go every day. And I remember feeling कि यार मेरे ऑफिस में तो एसी नहीं है, वहाँ पे एसी है, बैठ जाऊँगा जाके, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है. सो लाइक लेट्स से द बेगिंग पीरियड वाज 4 months, 5 months. You know, when the restaurant business failed, na, I thought that was the worst part of my life. I did not know the most difficult part of my life would be after the Viva plant was set up and we did not have revenue for a year. That was the most difficult part of my life, not the restaurant business, because we had सारे पैसे खत्म हो गए थे, घर भी बिक गया था. So there was no more house to sell. Second thing was, प्लांट सेटअप कर लिया था, क्वालिटी डिपार्टमेंट सेटअप कर लिया था, प्रोडक्शन सेटअप कर लिया था, बिजनेस नहीं आ रहा था, तो सैलरीज वर गोइंग एवरी मंथ एंड दैट was the most difficult time. So desperation was to get business from Domino's. Maybe to answer your question, other vendors did not have that desperation to go to them every day. And they were amazing people. They wanted to work with us, but they were not getting a reason. You know, eventually they found a reason. 70 tons का उन्होंने order दिया. And that, Ganesh, was 1 month of production for us at that time. I remember thinking, अब ये company बंद नहीं होगी, अब चल जाएगी. I mean, to put it into perspective, today it is 30-40 minutes का production, but उस time वो 1 महीने का production था. And the day we got Domino's, till date, today B2B is about 6-7% of our company, and till date, Domino's को एक respect अलग मिलता है इस company में. Even though I don't maybe visit Domino's as often now, or I don't get to meet that wonderful team, but Domino's has a different place in our hearts because they started us. And every time we give a Domino's discount on every product, by the way, they don't even ask for it now. We just give it. The teams have also changed since then at Domino's, but we still give it, and it's like in my heart, it's like a thank you. Which now my finance control tells me कि क्या ज़रूरत है, but anyways, we still do it. When we got Domino's, which was the largest chain of the country, still is, we got Yum immediately after that, because everybody realized Domino's is working with them, कुछ तो ठीक कर रहे होंगे. So we got Yum, 3 brands in one shot, which is Pizza Hut, KFC and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And immediately after that, we got Burger King.
Wow.
So
that's what gave you enough cash flow to sustain.
And that, because of that, we reached that 100 revenue. 8.33 crores होता है basically. So I was waiting 8.33 crores monthly हो जाएगा. And on the retail product development, we started working on day one. कि sauce को perfect करते जाओ, और better करते हैं, कैसे fat reduce कर सकते हैं, कैसे sugar reduce कर सकते हैं. Let's keep working at it, but we will only launch when we reach the 100 crore revenue mark. Wow. So we'll reach the 100 crore revenue mark and we launch retail. So retail is 3.5 years younger than our company actually.
Hi guys, thank you so much for watching the Indian Business Podcast. If you find value in our work, please hit that subscribe button, because for you it might be a zero effort task, but for us that subscriber count is an important instrument to get great guests to our podcast and to make this podcast better for you. So if you find value, please subscribe.